What a week. Oh my God, epic, epic, epic. I've been around a long time, but this has been one of the bigger weeks I've been involved in. First and foremost, we had an extraordinarily rapid and magnanimous support from the LNP, from the opposition leader herself, Deb Frecklington, for our $608 million battle plan. She signed off lock, stock and barrel to implement that plan if elected on the 31st of October this year. She has written to all mayors in Queensland to confirm that. We sincerely thank her, her shadow cabinet and indeed the LNP for what is an enormous gesture. But it continued to improve throughout the week. The Premier didn't dismiss the LNP's support. She said she was keen to work with councils and would welcome further discussions. I've spoken to the Treasurer and the Under-Treasurer and then subsequently very senior figures in the Premier's office, and only on Wednesday the Premier herself on the phone hookup with all mayors confirmed her interest in taking this further and indeed called for shovel-ready projects. We've been working with her office on what a battle plan, a fleshed out program might look like, including allocative methodologies, program guidelines and even some model projects. What I'm now saying to you as our members, we need you to help us. We want you to have a very good look at the battle plan itself and the categories of funding, and to base it largely on your existing experience and knowledge of Works for Queensland, albeit some of the programs are a little bit different. What we don't want is a pray and spray approach to this. It's got to be thought through. We want projects that are shovel ready but are significant, important, have long-lasting benefits to the community, but work you can start with in a matter of months. We don't want to be having this discussion in 6 months' time. This is certainly a rapidly evolving situation for us. It's quite extraordinary, but then we're living through extraordinary times. So we're asking you and your council to spend the next week, through to next Friday week, today week, to put together those sorts of projects that would meet the battle plan, Green Army or job guarantee process, or indeed disaster mitigation or tourism infrastructure funding. Have a look at it. Don't go too far over the top. As I say, we won't get into the pray and spray situation. What we will do is look at those targeted programs in the sorts of dollars that you're used to spending in and around the Works for Queensland program. Secondly, this week we signed an historic agreement in the Industrial Relations Commission with the Queensland Services Union and APISMA, the group that look after the professional engineers. It's historic because it's a unique, time-limited agreement for us to be able to redeploy a number of our workforce who are in situations where their ordinary work is no longer possible because of COVID virus restrictions. We thank particularly the QSU for their very genuine approach to this. They, like us, want to see continued employment. They wanted to see their workforce getting their fortnightly check, and so do we. We now have the ability to operate more flexibly and deploy those people in ways that can assist the community, and that's been a big positive and something that only happened on Wednesday. Finally, I'm really conscious that we're asking you for a lot of information at the minute. A lot of you are brand new in the job. This isn't situation normal, folks. This is a very different situation where, because of the health, but particularly the economic impacts of the COVID pandemic, we're having to move at the speed of light. In another era, this would have taken months, if not years. So we just say to you, we are aware we're asking you for lots of information, lots of support, and indeed not giving you much time, but that is the reality of the situation we're in, and we've positioned ourselves brilliantly well. We're at the top of the list. Local government's voice is being heard, and here's our chance to put away an agreement for $608 million with both sides of politics, which would be quite extraordinary. So thank you, and I look forward to receiving your submissions.